Hello beautiful people, welcome back to my channel. My name is Titi, and if this is your first time seeing me on your screen or stopping by on my channel, it is very nice to meet you. You are welcome. And if this is not your first time, you know the drill. A one, a two, you're welcome, you're welcome, you're welcome, you're welcome, you're welcome. Welcome back. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, it has been such a long time since I've been on here. Like, I've missed you guys so much. I hope everyone's been having a wonderful, beautiful, fabulous one. I've been away for over a year, and today's video, as you can tell from the title, is all of the tea, all of the gist as to the reasons why I was away and what was happening behind the scenes, and now that I'm back, what to expect on my channel. So if that's something you're interested in knowing, please make sure to keep on watching. Alright guys, so like I said, I've been away for a little over a year, and I want to start off by just putting it out there that I never left YouTube. Like, it was never planned for me to be away for that long. Everything just happened to just happen, things were just occurring. They were just occurring because things, they occur. And so today's video is pretty much just giving you guys all of the tea, staying transparent and vulnerable with you guys as to what was happening in the background and why I had to be away for such a long time. And now that I'm back, like I said, what to expect on my channel. So I'm going to try and do this in different sections just so I can keep my thoughts together. So first I'm going to just talk about like before I left. So if you've been on my channel with me for a while, you would know that I've been doing this now for almost 7 years. Like, today actually is significant to my channel because on this day 7 years ago, I actually posted my first video on YouTube. I've probably archived it by now, so don't even try to look for it. Yes, I've been posting videos on here for about 7 years, and I started off with like talk show videos. I've done challenges. I used to do tags, and then I started moving into and obviously I've always been doing beauty content. And I started to move into vlogs and into question and answer sessions and fun activities with friends. Like, my channel has gone through a whole thing, and I feel like just right before I left, I was trying to be more strategic with my creative ideas and trying to see where I wanted my channel to go future wise. I was having this internal conflict all the time as to, is this what I enjoy doing? Is this what I want to keep doing on my channel? And almost like I was trying to find my niche, because I felt like before I left, I never really had a niche on here. I was just doing everything and anything, which is fine because I enjoy doing those things as well. But I did want to kind of have like a niche and build a community. And so I was almost trying to like hone in to see where that would take me. And then the pandemic hit, and it just went like haywire. So obviously during the pandemic, I took advantage of just having that extra time, put a lot of content out. I was probably the most consistent I've been on my channel in a long time during the beginning of the pandemic. But towards the end of the pandemic, when things started to shimmer down a little bit, I actually started to have like so many life changes that made it very hard for me to keep staying consistent. The biggest one of them all, which is actually my biggest reason why I haven't been on here, is because I started a new school program. So for those of you who don't know, I finished my Bachelor of Science degree in 2018, and I was kind of out of school for 3 years, which gave me enough time just to focus on work, as well as focus on my creative side and content creation. And so I was doing that for 3 years without any interruptions, but I wasn't also the most consistent. That one is another story for another day. But I was doing that consistently for 3 years without any interruptions. And then at the end of the pandemic, I actually made the decision to go back to school for a master's degree program. And so I've been doing my master's in occupational therapy for 2 years now. I'm actually about to round off my program. Yay! And so, yeah, so that's been what my life has been like. And when I started my program, I actually was working full-time as well. So your girl was schooling full-time, working full-time, doing content creation, running business, trying to have a social life. Like, it was a lot. it was a lot. Life was lifing. And so, just with my regular habit of being a perfectionist in certain things, I just didn't like the idea of not being consistent on here when I came back, and just like doing things haphazardly. And I feel like I've always done that with my channel. Is like I've always not been as consistent. I was working on consistency, and now I was in like almost like a situation where I knew school would take time and like, be very demanding, and I was contemplating, should I come back or should I not come back. And so during the school program, I had tried to like, create some videos, and I think I dropped a video or two. But I noticed like as soon as I started that it probably won't be the best for me to come back and then be inconsistent again. So that's really the main reason I was away, is that like I was just going through a lot of life changes, um, career wise. I was also going through a lot of changes with my body. The pandemic was not easy on us. And I know it's been 3 years, but really like maybe about a year and a half since the pandemic truly went away. And I don't even think it's truly gone away 100%, but we won't argue that here. Um, but I feel like it's getting to that point where I shouldn't be making excuses with the pandemic, but really like COVID took a huge toll on my life with regards to how active I was at the time. And I worked from home, and I've still been working from home since COVID. So it's been very hard to stay active. And so a lot of the weight that I lost before the pandemic, I gained back and maybe a little more. And I just feel like I was really down on myself being that babe that lost all this weight. And even I actually posted a video about it like at the start of the pandemic, and then coming out of the pandemic, I was like a completely different person. And so I was like, okay, you know what? I'm gonna lose the weight, and then I'm gonna come back, and like no one would even know. Like, who's gonna know? How would they know? And I feel like for a significant portion of the time that I stayed away, it was me hoping that I would be able to drop all that weight so y'all wouldn't even notice a thing. And when I came back on here, it would be like nothing ever happened. But things don't always work out the way we want. And I just felt like if I keep waiting to get back to like a perfect size that I want for myself, I would never come back on here. And that's not fair to me, limiting myself that way, but that's also not fair to you guys. And so I decided we're just going to do what we have to do. And one thing that I truly appreciate for making that decision is that my style has actually evolved. So I've learned more ways to style myself, to style my new body, so that I feel more comfortable and more, confident in the body that I'm living in, because I need to, understand the fact that this might not change, and that's fine. I'm beautifully and wonderfully made. And, when you guys see my body, it's not even as if like it's bad, but like, I don't know if you guys have that feeling, but sometimes when like you have this picture of what you want yourself to be, and things start to go and deviate away from that, like it can be very tough on you as a person, and then on myself as a content creator as well. Like I just feel like I'm always trying to be prim and proper on here, or I mean, at least that's what I'm trying to get away from, and I've been trying to get away from that. Um, Anyways, long story short, like your sis decided we're going to learn how to style this body together. So I've been exploring new style options and ways to make myself look very, very, very put together, regardless of the extra love handles or extra fatty layers or here and there. And so that's something that I'm hoping I can explore more with y'all on this channel, because your girl hasn't figured it out, and my style changes ever so often, and so we'll see where that takes us. One other thing changed, I guess the other big piece, and I guess it is a big piece, is in terms of just like my relationships changed. I had a lot of changes in relationships, like oh my god. And one thing that I always valued my channel on my channel was relationships. So if you've watched my older videos, especially my vlogs, you'd see that I always featured my friends and family on my vlogs, and that's not gonna change. But one thing that happened was just with like, a lot of movements, people moved cities, people got busy, people started off new lives. I did lose some friends here and there. And so a lot of changes did happen with my friend group and just like with the relationships that I had. And I felt like at the time where I was going through all these other changes and trying to deal with all these other things, it was just one more thing that piled on. I was like, ugh, like, so it like, obviously, like, we're adults, and like we're growing and people are going through life, and you will gain and lose relationships as that happens. And like, under normal circumstances, I don't want to say it shouldn't be a big deal, but it's bound to happen. So, we can plan ahead for that. But I just felt like in that moment where things were happening, I wasn't prepared. Like, I wasn't prepared for like a lot of those changes, like a lot of people moving away and a lot of friends just not being as accessible to me as I would have loved. And so right now, like, I don't have a lot of friends where I live, which is fine. I'm making new friends, and that's all that matters. Um, but one thing that did with regards to filming, especially my vlogs, is that I've always been a fan of, filming vlogs that involved doing activities with my friends. And so my confidence with doing vlogs definitely got shot, just with regards to the fact that I don't have a lot of friends around and I don't do a lot of activities where I'm at right now. But I'm hoping that that's going to change, either by having, more travel where I go see my friends and we go do things, or I have my friends come over, or we do more solo type vlogs. That's something I've definitely thought about. But we'll definitely see. So things are going to be changing a little bit here and there. Vlogs may not look like what they used to look like before. um but we'll see. Like, I do feel like it is my channel. And as much as I want to share my life, I'm also, trying to be very precious with my energy. And so we'll see where that takes us in terms of vlogs. But I'm so excited for the content that I do have prepared for you guys, at least for this month. Like, I'm excited. Those were the main things that happened. And I know they don't, like, to some people, they might not sound like super big deals and like a reason for someone to be away for a year. But like I said, everything just piling on all at the same time. And just with my nature of trying to be very, put together on here for you guys, just to make things more smooth and make your experience on my channel like lovely. I just felt like those were things that I had to kind of check and check and check and make sure things were put in place for a proper transition back on here. So yeah, your girl's back like she never left. Lies. I did leave, and I hope you can see a good change now that I'm back. So in terms of being back, some of the things to expect are, consistency. That's something that I'm hoping I can stick to, and I've put plans in place to be able to make sure that I do stay consistent on here regardless of what may happen. Like, I'm still in school, so we'll see how things go. And so in terms of videos, I'm hoping to have a new video every Wednesday and every Sunday. Don't hold me to those days, guys. Like, don't, because your girl's still a student. But the hope is to have 2 new videos every week. I'm not sure what those videos will be, but we'll see where life takes us. So in terms of what kind of videos, your girl's thinking hair tutorials, because y'all really love hair tutorials on this channel. Like, sheesh. Definitely vlogs. We're gonna start with, like, some travel vlogs. I have some old travel vlogs that I made while I was still, on hiatus, but still just in the mood of vlogging stuff. So I'm gonna have some old travel vlogs, but I'm also definitely gonna be doing some new travel vlogs, as well as some weekly vlogs, because why not, like, see what I'm up to. And there's definitely gonna be some fashion content, because your girl's trying to figure out her fashion style right now. And so that's something I'm hoping I can do a lot on here. Collaborations are things that I'm very open to, and like I said, I almost feel like I live in a new city, because I don't know a lot of people who are here right now. Like, all of my friends moved away. I've been very busy with school, and so I'm very open to like seeing who's available in my city, outside my city, for collaborations, and just getting to meet new people, meet new creatives, and like being in their space and seeing how things work, and just seeing how things have changed from when I started 7 years ago. Like, I appreciate always any opportunity I have to be able to sit down with people that also are in the same shoes that I'm in. And finally, and always last but not the least, there's still going to be a lot of beauty content on here. I'm hoping it looks a lot different and more engaging than what it used to be before. But that being said, like, expect that. Yeah, I hope you all would stick with me on this journey. I'm excited. And I've missed you all so much. I do want to say a very big thank you very, very, very big thank you to everyone who reached out to me in one way or another on Instagram, on Snapchat. Like some people texted me, emails, people who reached out to check in just to see how I was doing when I was away. Like it was really something. Like, when there were times I'd be down and I'd see like a message or a comment or just like someone letting me know like, oh, I just watched this video and I absolutely love this, I found this helpful. And it just kind of reminded me of why I do this. Like, yes, I do it for myself, just where I have a creative set that I like to express. But your response to that and how you receive it means so much to me, and I don't take it for granted at all. And so I do want to say a huge thank you to everyone who reached out, to everyone who didn't reach out. Side eye. I do want to say thank you to everyone who reached out and everyone who stayed on here. Like, y'all is still. I think I grew a lot of subscribers as well while I was away. Like, I found out funny because I've heard of stories and I've seen channels that do get, like, when they get dormant, like, everyone leaves. And so I do want to say thank you for sticking around. I'm hoping we can go on this journey together and have so much fun while we do that. And so if you're not already subscribed to my channel at this point, like, do the needful, okay? All my social media handles will be showing up on the screen as well. Please make sure to follow me on there. I usually announce when I have new videos, but please make sure to also click the notification bell so you don't miss the notifications from YouTube about all of my uploads. And yeah, I will see y'all in my next video, God willing. Stay blessed and have a good one. Bye.